Alright, we in the building. Let's start tonight's show. Let's get it.
You're now in the mix with the young DJ Cuda.
Tonight we gonna be going in.
On the ones and twos.
Let's get it.
On Player Talk Radio.
Tony, I've seen you made it back from your mission. I guess you could say not all lives get lived out the same. Tony, Tony, come in. Come sit down. You see, Tony, this game has been in our family for years, as you may know, Tony. And when I invite you in this room, Tony, I come to you with the utmost respect, Tony. Tony, what you do with this game is indicative of your character, Tony. You should know, Tony. Tony, do you want some food, Tony? Yeah, give him some food. Give him some food. Yeah, Tony. It's for Tony. Come on, give him some food. I'm gonna go get the Godfather, Tony. Hold on. Yes, Tony. I remember you. It never rains in Southern California, Tony. Tony, for you to accept this game, Tony, you have to know the difference between a player and a player hater, Tony. Player Talk Radio is starting right now, Tony. Let's get it.
You're now in the mix with the young DJ Cuda.
Tonight we gonna be going in.
On the ones and twos.
Let's get it.
On Player Talk Radio.
Player haters, Tony. They're omnipresent, Tony. Know what you're getting yourself into, Tony.
I'd like to take you back to the classic.
Shout outs to Biggie Smalls, man. Let's get it. Let's go.
Turn your head round. Lay on the ground. You've been round. Wake up. Open the door. Lay on the floor. You've been round. You know we need this money, and you should just roll with me. Let's go off together on this robbing spree. We'll make money. Player, turn your head round. Take off that crown. You've been round. Wake up. Open the door. Don't cry no more. You've been round.
It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it.
You see, there are two kind of people in the world today. We have the players, and we have
Yada!
People, they talk about me, but my crew's so deep, you can't do a damn thing to me.
Player,
Let me stop playing, y'all. What is up, y'all, man? It's Player Talk Radio. It's DJ Kuda back in the helm. Back at the helm. I said back in. Back at the helm of today's show, man. I got a great show for you guys tonight. We're going to get back into what we were talking about. We're going to get back into the discussion, but we're going to add in some more game. If you listen to the last show, we were going into a rant from Sans Serray. And I only really played that video to really show you guys like the shaming tactics and all the things that's gonna come from Sans Serray, which a lot of black women actually do mean to tell you. Because see, let me tell you something. I've done shows where I explain to you how the internet is the most brilliant tool that's ever been put in place of just anything in social media, that it's the great equalizer. So a lot of things that that's going on the internet, like even when it comes down to like black YouTube and things like that, just black YouTube alone is a sector of things that's going on the internet. A lot of the people that you meet in real life situations, let me tell you something. They're not well versed in this shit. They don't understand what's going on in black YouTube. They don't understand what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And those are the same people that'll be like, well, I live in the real life. But a lot of times, what goes on in the real life is really underrated to what actually goes on online, and vice versa. A lot of what goes on online is really underrated to what goes on in the real life. You understand what I'm saying? A bitch could take a picture and look one way online, and then you meet this bitch in person and she's like, oh my God, ugh. But at the same time, a broad that doesn't even look that good online, you meet her in real life, she's gorgeous. She's stunning. Or she don't even just stun online. But the disconnect is that you got people that are online that knows what goes on in the real world, that has an edge over people that goes on what goes on in the real world, is because you're kind of hip to it. See, everything is online. I'd rather know what's going on online and then attack the real world. I said attack. And go out into the real world than seeing the real world being portrayed online. But there's game in both, because I'm in the middle. You understand what I'm saying? So on today's show, we're going to talk about a little bit more about accountability and responsibility when it comes to women. And what I want to tell you guys is that, the internet has shown that even broads that are online or offline, we all put our business online. Shit, my shit online. You dig what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is that, how I don't get it. Like, how they're gonna look at how to rationalize this shit is just gonna be funny. Now, I do have a video from my boy BGS Ibmore. Shout out to BGS Ibmore. He's going to break down the Cynthia G situation. But what I want to tell you is that rant from Sans Serray, what she's going to do is she's going to do shaming tactics and things like that. And the reason why I brought up the online and offline thing is online will give you a hint of how people are going to conduct themselves offline. And people that are in the life and that's not conducting themselves online is going to give you a hint on how they're going to conduct themselves online. Both is goofy. You understand what I'm saying? Both is goofy to each other, because they're two sectors of life and lifestyle. But they talk about each other. They're all the same. Whether it depends, but what I'm saying is that shaming tactics are old online, but in life and in certain situations that are, offline, they're gonna be fresh. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, bitch, you don't know how many motherfuckers online said that same exact shit, and you're right here in person saying the same exact shit, but you believe you're the first person to actually say the exact that. You know what I'm saying? There's a gray area, a disconnect that needs to be explained. So we're gonna talk about that on tonight's show. We're gonna speak on that on tonight's show. So hold on. All right, we're about 11 minutes in. My bad, y'all. I'm sitting up here getting cross subjects, because we're going to talk about it all on tonight's show. I'm in here getting confused about cross subjects. So look, we're going to get into the BGS Ibmore. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Cynthia G and the Robert Perkins, Raw Dog Robert Perkins situation. Then we're going to talk a little bit more about Sansa Ray and the shaming tactics that a lot of women will use to maneuver their way out of taking accountability or responsibility for certain situations that they get themselves into. Reason why I want to chop up the game like this is because I want to give you a bunch of male perspectives in the middle of going through the rest of the game. So on the last episode of me reporting on this situation, what I did was I left you guys off with a rant that was going on in a car from Sansa Ray. And also on tonight's show, I'm going to have a bonus. Sansa Ray has, let me see. She has a video that she released today, if I'm not mistaken. And the name of that video, we're just going to see what's up with Sansa Ray a little bit. Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. Sansa Ray. The name of that video, which is interesting with this whole Cynthia G situation going on, the name of that video is 12 Reasons Why Alpha Males Date Single Mothers. So we're going to get into that video. Shout outs to Sansa Ray. I mean, I'm critiquing your shit. You dig? So we're gonna get into that video. We're gonna check in on Sansa Ray, but we're gonna get into BGS Ibmore. He's gonna talk a little bit about Cynthia G and all that other shit, and Robert Perkins. He's gonna give you all the game on that shit. So shout outs to BGS Ibmore. Alright, man, look. Don't let me wrap you up. Let's get into tonight's show. What we're going to do is we're going to get into the mix, and then we're going to start tonight's show. So, it's Player Talk Radio. We are in full effect. It's DJ Kuda back at the helm of today's show. Shout outs to my boy. Hold on. What is this? Okay. Okay, alright, yeah, we're gonna do that. Alright, we'll do that. Alright. Yeah, alright, so there's gonna be a part 2. Okay, we'll do that. Look, shout outs to my boy After the Party, man. Let's get it. It's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building. Let's get it.
You're now in the mix with the young DJ Kuda.
Tonight we gonna be going in.
On the ones and twos.
Let's get it.
On Player Talk Radio.
Working on that wrist. I've been 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 working on that wrist. Why me get with the pack and I rolled it up. I've been smoking dope and the cold is strong. I got all the Vicodin and we popping on. We gon' need some more, we expecting it. Bring around my way, I'll be checking it. Molly up next, we been decking it. Blow on that hole, we expecting it. I'ma need some more than we reckon it. I'ma need some more before my reckoning. Oh my God, I know I made a mistake. I feel really bad for who's in my world. I know that I'm up next, check my place. Florida to Ohio, babe. I've been moving out the way, like a steady pace. I like steady pace, so you know I gotta work. Let the wrist do the work, like, yeah. Working on that wrist. I've been working on that wrist.
Now you know you gotta break the game down a little bit more because they might be slow.
All right, let's start tonight's show. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You're now in the mix with the young DJ Cuda.
Tonight we gon' be going in.
On the ones and twos and twos.
Let's get it.
On Player Talk Radio.
All right, man, this Player Talk Radio. We are back in the building. DJ Cuda back at the helm of today's show. All right, let's start it. Let's get it. Shouts to my boy Corey Holcomb. Let's get into the game. That's the way love goes. Hold up. Hold up. This is my shit. Hold on. I'm about to listen to this on the other speaker. Y'all can listen to this Corey Holcomb shit. Let's get into the game, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go. Let's get it.
And this is, and
Bobby.
In all fairness,
Check this
to
out.
Brandy. Okay.
Let's get into the game.
She's doing an admirable job.
Yes,
I think she is. Okay.
Is she married?
Let me.
I'm not married. I don't have any children.
No children.
No
All right.
children. Not
You
married.
don't have any children.
None of your business.
That means she didn't keep them.
All right. I'm going in this direction. There
Earl
are.
Campbell of
I didn't keep any
relationships.
lousy dudes either. That's what it means.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
You didn't keep them by the
I'm trying.
Come on, Jeff.
Okay. I'm willing to say that there are some men who have left their families, abandoned them. I'm willing to say, and I'm only talking about black men right now. Oh, you can take a break, Pam. There are some black men who mean sisters no good. There are some black
True.
men who
True.
ain't shit. Okay?
Yes.
I'm saying that. I'm taking that position. Maybe I'm asking you, just maybe, are there any women who had a good dude at the house that they just ran the fuck off?
Now, I want y'all to peep the game. Watch how he sets up this question, because this question is very hypothetical, right? So he's saying, just maybe, has there ever just once in time ever exist a good dude that a black woman has done wrong, right? Check this out.
Are there, and I'm almost done this complex question, are there any women that maybe, just maybe, are taking advantage of this particular system that we're complaining about? And I'm only asking you that because you have a demeanor like these bitches don't exist. And this is what happens with beautiful women like you. No, I'm not saying, I ain't telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it look like. What it looks like is that women like you, women who I consider classy and intelligent, do not fail to circle the wagons around horrible hoes like they don't exist. Like this is some shit we got together and made up. Honest to God, I know these dudes, but we wasn't together last night. We have the same axe to grind.
Okay, listen, I'm going to respond to that because, in all fairness, in the same way that when I'm talking with women, black women and white women, the ones that date brothers too, that for the women that say niggas ain't shit. You know, I'm sorry, I don't know if I can say that.
It's fine.
Sure.
Okay. But for the women that say that, I mean, I say to you the same thing that I say to them, which is kind of what I said earlier. Maybe you're dealing with the types of dudes who are not worthy of, respect. So do I think that there are some women out there who use men who plan out, their ways of getting what they need in order to get by over on men because the system allows them to? Absolutely, there are women like that out there. And clearly, you guys are very adept at finding those women, bedding them, and making children with them.
So what she did was she deflected, and what she did is she goes after variety. And that's what a lot of women do, because they go after the quantity. You understand what I'm saying? They make in your mind, well, that's just the type of woman that you've dealt with, because it's true. You've dealt with women like that. But what's also true is that you as a man have dealt with enough women to understand that certain things are a commonality when it comes down to just women being women. You call it women being women. So it's the safe answer to any question that you have to question the quantity. Well, that's just the type of guys that you deal with. That's the scapegoat answer. And psychologically, it's always been the scapegoat answer. So she knows what she's doing. Hopefully they prod a little bit deep into her to see how more full of shit she is. But, and I know they are, especially Corey, because he supersedes all of that shit. But what I'm saying is that, they're going to say the safe answer, because they're not going to give themselves up. You have to observe this. Let's get it.
Everywhere, bitches fuck strangers, they intrigued by.
See how Corey comes?
All you got, I can walk down the street and get some pussy before I get to motherfucking La Brea, which is 5 blocks, 4 blocks. Yeah. Bitches fuck people, they intrigued by it. They ain't got to know you, and they had a baby.
See what I'm saying? Balance it out.
Let's balance. Take care of your baby. Bitch, I don't know you.
Let's balance it out. Let's balance it out. I think that applies for men and women.
Right. Yeah, that's what I said. I say it both ways. I agree with Linda over here. The answer to this is not radical feminism, nor is it radical feminism. It really takes for people to have common sense and be balanced and to come together, even when you're in a one-on-one relationship with your wife, a girlfriend, baby mother, whatever it is she is to you, before you get so angry that you have to go out of the room. And I'm saying this to men and to the women. At some point, you have to sit down, be an adult, and take responsibility.
No, she makes a great point.
You have to take responsibility for making the effort to work it out.
Mad at you, James.
The
I'm
right
leave
way.
the room. I've never heard that.
But
because
Brandy,
usually,
let me ask you this question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you this question. This is to Brandy. This is to DT. Let me ask this. Do you guys self-disclose easier to women? Is it easier for you to be accountable and be called to the floor by your man or by your girlfriends and counterparts?
You gotta be.
Depends on the person.
Yeah.
Depends on who you're talking to.
I'm just saying, in relationships in general, it seems to me, and I've had women call me from all over the country that will tell me shit about their relationship with their man that they have not revealed to him, but they have revealed to their girlfriends. And I'm one of the only guys that they would ever say that to, but they don't have the courage or the heart to be accountable in that relationship. I'm just asking, can we call women to the floor about looking at a man saying, be accountable, be responsible for what you've brought to this relationship, as not being blamed for the relationship falling? Because sometimes women will take me telling you to be accountable as me blaming you. Go into that, please.
I think women do that a lot. Women will tell 15 people ahead of them telling you what's wrong. They'll tell their hairdresser, their mother, their aunt, some stranger, on the corner there. But they don't have the guts to tell you. And the reason why that is because of conditioning. Women are conditioned to be non-confrontational, and they feel that telling the hairdresser is, not a confrontation.
Sorry, I'm going to need you to repeat that.
So
for what?
No, hell no. We're going to have Bobby clear all this shit up in a minute. In a minute, after DT is finished, Bobby going to clear
have been conditioned to be non-confrontational.
Wait. Let her finish.
Most women take their
I'll give that
speech. Most women take their speech as they need to get along and be nice and not be. They don't want to be ill thought of or judged
She's
or what have
most
you.
Women.
So that's
most
why,
women are black.
Bobby.
So that's why it's easier for them to tell the stranger than to tell the man what's going on with them.
Wow, Bobby, would you like to respond?
Yeah. I'm speaking on behalf of the Stone Age. That's what I'm familiar with.
And so am I, the caveman formula.
She mentioned 1964, and that's not nearly far enough back to really put this whole conversation in perspective. This brother here mentioned that slavery issue that nobody really wants to deal with, that we never really fully put it in its proper perspective or dealt with in a favorable way. The consequence of that on our people, my generation, being 59, I know of the men that she's speaking of who were head of households. But even in those households, it was known, you the head of this household, but you leave outside of this community and you're a boy. And everybody knew that. And until we deal with the reality of how that impacted our people, it's really hard to get into the root causes of why we're having this fierce discussion about relationships and what a man is in the construct of the modern world. Because right now, when you walk out of this door and you act like a man, you're automatically going to be considered a chauvinist or somebody that's, off the grid, so to speak. And I say that because what I really think is important that we discuss is how do we not just create a balance, because there's no such thing as a balance. There's just a defined role that we must play. I will never be a woman, and I ain't no sense in me trying to act like I can be no woman. I can't nurture a child from birth. They can't get on my tit. That ain't happening. And at a certain age, that's what a child needs, that mother's love. Mm-hmm. They need that. And then there comes a time in a child's life, whether it's a girl or a boy, she needs that example of a man. And if they don't experience that, whether they male or female, that child is going to have some serious problems.
But Bobby, the leadership in this country has made women who have a history of 5 or more uncommitted dicks in their body think that they are respectable people. They don't even think they hoes. They think that they just good people walking around, but they spend their whole life until they get too old and don't nobody want them no more, chasing imaginary shit because the leadership in this country told them that you are still a woman. You're not a whore. You're not a whore, but in fact, you are a whore when you go around sleeping with everybody that you are, especially the cute girls. They are the real whore. Oh, they got options up the ass, so they think that it didn't work out with him. The Kardashians are not women who are standout fucked up people. They just like almost all of the women I meet. I'm just saying, they got money.
Is that why they're famous? Because
they got money and they got fame. But most of the girls who I know,
they are famous because these broads identify with them.
The ones I met in Hollywood, that's how they get down. But then they act like angels when they think you don't know their story, but everybody tell your story. That's another thing these women got to understand. These dudes are not loyal to you. They put you out there, everything you did, and you can't believe everything people say, but when enough people say, oh, that bitch, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, but we know you, bitch. You can't act like you not no motherfucking jump around. Everybody know you.
Jump around.
Dr. Golston, I need.
So, that's that. All right, let's start tonight's show. Shouts to BGS Edmore.
All my life.
Let's get it. It's Player Talk Radio. Shouts to BGS Edmore. Let's get it.
Hello, my Edmore brothers. Back again. Just wanted to put down a few thoughts. We're going to start with shame, guilt, and the need to be right. And for the past couple of weeks, that has been on display. Cynthia G and the situation, I won't even call it a fiasco, because it's so normal. Regardless of the way it's been framed or how it's been protected, is just typical of what we've been talking about for the past 10 years. And I've been talking about it for the past 4 or 5. Everything that men have been saying about women has been crystallized in this union between Mr. Perkins and Mrs. Green. And the reaction afterwards, after the revealing of this situation, which I'm sure they intended to keep secret as long as they could. Some people call it hypocrisy. I call it shame. Why shame? Because a lot of times people, but especially black women, carry this mask of perfection, or what they think is perfection, what they think of as being pious, upright, moral. But behind that mask is damage, brokenness, things that they can't correct. That's where the guilt comes in. They can't correct it. Why? It's because it's been passed down from mother to daughter for 200 years, 300 years maybe.
And I hope you guys are still reminiscing off the blessing off the last clip I just shared, how Corey Holcomb said they don't even believe they're hoes. Listen to BGS and listen to what I'm saying. And listen to what's being talked about on this show about how it's being passed down. Reminiscent. They don't even know it. Let's just say it.
So long that it's inbred into the culture, inbred into the women. So much so that the women cannot help but fall into this trap. So they're ashamed of their actions. And the guilt comes from the inability to stop from repeating the cycle. And then for the past week, we've seen women coming out to defend this practice. Now, when it's men doing...
Talking about Cynthia G and Robert Perkins. Cynthia G, quintessential black woman that's educated, that knows all about black men and black family and conscious and, oh, you beta male coons and all this other shit. Quintessential black woman. You know what I'm saying? You know what a real nigga told me? Let me give y'all some real shit. What you diss the most is what you miss the most. You know what I'm saying? That's real for anybody. What you diss the most is what you miss the most. What you talk shit about is what you actually want. It's crazy. There's some truth to it.
In it can't be defended. Their fault. They impregnate women and they run off. And women are supposed to be these helpless creatures that have no agency. So they paint this picture that these men, black men, are preying upon these innocent creatures and forcing them into this life, forcing them to be pregnant. In Greek mythology, sirens were women. So the call of the siren were women calling men to their doom. All over the world, women are sirens. Women are sirens.
Now, explaining what my brother BGS Ibmore is talking about, sirens are these beautiful women that play songs and they entice men. And what he means by entice men to their doom is they will play their song or just look beautiful and do whatever. When women go live right now and start twerking, they will praise men and you know what I'm saying, and you know, and lead them, you know, out into the water, and the men will swim out into the water, disregarding the depth of the water and that he doesn't know how to swim and things like that, and ultimately lead this man into his doom, because the thing is that they will, you know, lead you out into the water, and then you will essentially drown. And when they lead you out to the water, you would essentially drown. A lot of sailors that were going through lagoons, like a lot of these sailors that be on this boat, they would literally be warned where there's sirens, and when they're going through the lagoon, they would have to tie their men up to a pole, to a stake, sometimes even tie themselves up. And when they go through this lagoon, they will see these beautiful women, and they would have to beat their urge to want to jump off the boat and want to be with them. You understand what I'm saying? They go through this lagoon, and their urge to jump off the boat and want to be with these women. Some of them jump off the boat, can't swim and drown. Some of them but they can't beat their urge to just want to be with a woman. They would tie themselves, and niggas would be like tied up and be like, try to break the motherfucking rope. You ever look at a nigga? Look, you look a nigga in his eye trying to break the rope, trying to go after a bitch. Do you know how funny that shit is? Like, the look in this nigga's eye is not even a look of, listen, we not even men no more. This is a look of survival, son. This is, dog, I need this bitch for whatever little facetious reason I got in my mind is why I need this bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Them niggas will drown at sea just to get close to a woman that they know nothing about. And I say that to say that as a metaphor as to what's going on in today's day and age. But let me tell you something. You don't know me. I'm not a legible black man to even tell you what I'm telling you. So let BGS explain to y'all what a siren is and what one does and how it pertains back to the same situation that I'm talking about and telling you about. But you're not going to listen to me. But you will listen to BGS. BGS is my boy. He got credible information, knowledge. I can go into a whole bunch of... We can get into the game. Let's get it. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. BGS, tell them what a siren is. Tell them what I just told them, but they don't want to listen. Tell them.
Luring men. But as with everything else, the black community in America turns everything on its head and reverses it. So instead of the women being the sirens and luring men, the men are the sirens. The men are the one with the sweet talk, luring women to their doom. Because black women are victims and they're not volunteers. We've heard that so many times, even though black...
And that's the narrative black women like to run with, that they're the victims and they're not volunteers. You understand what I'm saying? They're the victims and they're not volunteers. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. I got that podcast coming up for y'all about the boogie black man theory, but let's get it.
Men and women know that's not true. That women have will and women have agency, especially black women. Black women in this country have always had agency, especially in their community, especially in their families. They've always had will that they've imposed upon their community and their men and their family. Because there's never been a time where black men could impose anything on his woman. Never force her to do anything, where the opposite was not true. Where the state forced a man, a black man, to do things by force of arms, by taking him to jail. And oh yes, they used to take men to jail back in the day for support. Black men especially. Because inside this country, a black man has very little agency. So black women coming to the aid and coming to the rescue of this practice that's been going on for God knows how long, defending it because it's been their choice. In this case, it was her choice. There's no way that Rob could have forced his will on her and she's 3,000 miles away. No way possible. So the only thing they could accuse Rob of is being a siren, luring black women to their doom. This irresistible force of a black man's sexuality is so imposing, so attractive, so alluring that black women just simply cannot resist. So much so that they don't even protect their wombs. So they accuse him of sweet nothings and lies and mistruths and promises, thinking that it will absolve them of their agency, of their choice. And this is the rhetoric that's gone on, God, since for 450 years. That these poor, misguided black women had listened to the siren call of these no good black men that aren't worth anything, that have no agency, have no power, but yet they're so attractive. The light shines so brightly that black women can't help but what? Fall prey to their manly wiles. Not once, not twice, but many times. Which every time something like this is exposed through history, through documents, black women are like diggers. They're constantly covering this back up. It gets exposed, they cover it back up. It gets exposed, they cover it back. Every instance, every document, every statistic. They're constantly trying to cover it back up, cover up their choices, cover up the dysfunction, which is why they hate black male YouTubers, especially the ones that like to expose this dysfunction so we can actually look at it and do something about it. But the black community is so invested in covering this shame up, covering up black women's guilt, giving her the license to be right, even on YouTube, even though everybody knows the truth. It's so common that even women pass stories down from mother to daughter. Men pass down stories from father to son, from brother to brother, that the shame and the guilt is so great that it cannot be admitted to in the broad light of day. That it's better to put the shame and the guilt upon men and let them carry it rather than to put the shame and the guilt and the blame where it belongs. Even at this point, this is a public demonstration of the same thing, of a recurring theme.
Oh shit. This nigga done stole the package.
In real time, played out in the public to the point where it can't be hidden. It can't be denied. There is no excuse. Yet we see men, black men and women, trying to cover this up. And I hear my brothers, they're tired of being sacrificial lambs for this dysfunction, for this dysfunctional community, whose dysfunction goes from the bottom all the way to the top, and it actually extends out into other communities because it's so bad. Maybe it shouldn't be labeled as dysfunction. If black women would own it and say, this is the way it is, and this is what we want, and this is the way we want this to operate, maybe, just maybe, they could get together with their men and figure out a way to make this functional. That's why Frazier's book has been basically hidden for 100 years, is because it actually exposes this cultural dysfunction that we've had since slavery that nobody wants to fix. Because Frazier would talk about it. Frazier talked about it in many instances where black men and women get together and do exactly what Rob and Cynthia did. Exactly what they did. And what they would do is get together and they would couch this stuff up in a fake marriage. Or they would couch it in lies. Or they would couch it in excuses. Woman get married, couldn't work it out with her man, have 2 kids. He'd bounce, she'd get another guy. She'd take him on, have a couple of kids, couch it in a relationship. Couldn't work it out, he'd bounce, she'd get another guy. And repeat the cycle, and then blame it on the men that left. Not that she repeated the cycle 4 times. She'd have 9 kids by 4 different men. He'd have 20 kids by 10 different women. But the only blame would be on him, not on the woman making the choice. This dysfunction is not new. And every time we bring this up on air, people tell stories about their father and their great-grandfather, or their grandmother, or the great-grandmother. And these stories are hidden and couched and told in secret. So we get to the modern day where you can't hide these secrets. You can't keep these family secrets buried. And it comes out in public. Oh, my goodness. What has happened to the black community? This is the black community. Baby mama-ism, kids out of wedlock, is not a bug, it's a feature. And when black women's only excuse is that men don't want to cooperate. When in actuality, men do cooperate because they cooperate with your choice and your will. Now, before, black women had an excuse. I wanted to have sex. I had a kid. I had no choice. Now, 100 years later, got 30 forms of birth control, including condoms and abstinence. And every time a black woman is questioned about that, she comes back with the same thing. It's still his fault. It's still his choice because he was irresponsible with his seed. And it's not my fault. Or, well, maybe it is kind of partially my fault. Because when the question comes up, did he rape you? Well, no. Well, why'd you have sex with him? Well, I kind of fell prey to his siren song. He was too smooth. His light was too bright. Well, basically, didn't you know the dude was no good? Well, yeah, kind of. But still, I couldn't resist. Well, couldn't you have used birth control? Well, no, I don't believe in birth control. Well, couldn't you have used a condom? Well, no. Well, once you knew you were pregnant, well, I don't believe in abortion. So basically, I'm trapped by my beliefs. I'm trapped by what I believe or what my desire, and now he is trapped by my choice. Why do I believe that the online gender war is over? Especially with this revelation of Cynthia G and Rob. Because this documents publicly the talking points, documents publicly the arguments. Why is it so profound? Because she was an advocate against this practice, against this cycle. She was the prominent denier that black women engaged in this type of debauchery, dysfunction. And this was solely on the backs of black men. If black men were better, the community would be better. She has proved that the opposite is and always has been true. It's not black male dysfunction that keeps the community like it is. It's black female dysfunction. Because black females revel in being victims, and they revel in their need to be right, that they bury the shame and the guilt. Even though the shame and the guilt is actually there, and doubles down on them covering the shame and guilt up because the need to be right, the need to be a victim is most prominent. So much so that globally they slander their own males, their own men's name to cover up their shame and their guilt with the blood and the sacrifice of their men. Black men, you were never meant to be leaders of your community. You were never meant to be leaders of your family. You were meant to be a sacrificial lamb for your mother, for your women, for your sisters, so they can continue in their choice, in their freedom, in their will. You are their sacrament. You are their absolution. This is why the world and the country takes no pity when they kill you, takes no pity when they beat you up, takes no pity when they send you to prison in record numbers. Not only do you bear the brunt of the shame, guilt, and sin of your women, but you share the shame, guilt, and sin of a whole entire country, of a whole entire Western civilization. And you always have. Which is why they need you around, which is why they have to be with you. Without you, they'd have to wallow and drown in their own dysfunction and their own sin. That's why you see the thumbnail, the picture, that they would rather drown in their own dysfunction and their own sin and be weighed down by it, rather.
Oh shit, hold on, y'all.
Rather than giving you the key to free yourself, rather than giving you the key and the means to free yourself and to correct and save your community, save your family. She'd rather drown in her own dysfunction by extending you an empty hand, which is why they refuse to let you go. They'd rather see you chained to this dysfunction, chained to this community, continually enslaved, rather than allowing you to rescue her and bring her up out of her dysfunction, out of her perpetual morass that she finds herself in and can't figure out a way to get out of. This is why I posted the thumbnail. White people look at it differently. White people look at it differently. White people look at the woman as her having the key to his heart that she refuses to give him. But you notice that woman is not white. The woman is black. And the key that she holds is control. It's power. If she gives up the power, she gives up the control. She has to trust that when he frees himself, he will come back for her. But she has to give up her power to him because this system keeps him chained. And only she has the power to release him from this system. But if she releases him from this system, frees him from this system, he has the power to leave her, let her drown in her own dysfunction. And it's the fear that her dysfunction has so overwhelmed her that she only has one hand. In her psyche, she wants him to save her without giving up control. Save me from my dysfunction, but I'm still not going to release you. I will not free you, even at the cost of my own life, even at the cost of my own well-being, which goes back to why black women hate when black men date out, even though they pride themselves in the ability to date out and have other types of men, because they have the freedom to do so. But they refuse to give their boys, their men, the same freedom. Why? Because they want control. They want to hold on to the key while he stays locked and enslaved to her system. And it has been so for 200 years. And even though this is a public demonstration of black dysfunction on a massive scale, crystallized by two people that never meant to be in this position, the cycle and the apparatus that has fallen out behind it is very old. And the women, black women, are willing to double down and drown in this dysfunction rather than give up control, rather than giving black men the key to free themselves, because in their heart of hearts, they don't feel worthy enough to actually be saved. So it's better that both of them die. Is there a way out? I don't know. Will it ever be solved? I doubt it. But all wars end with truth. Is this truth enough for the black men to break their chains and make a different decision and stop following the same pattern? Or will black men stop trying to reach out and save the community, save his woman, and die in peace? That's all I got. I've run out of words. So I'm going to leave this here. I know it's random and all over the place. I hope that you understood my sentiment, even though my words may be inadequate. But this is BGS out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
All right, y'all. So that was BGS Idmore. So shout out to the brother. Now let's get back to Sansaray and her rant. Let's see if you guys can pick out and call out the shaman tactic. Check this out.
He isn't as ignorant as a lot of the black male YouTubers that I see on YouTube all of the time. Another person that might be a good black leader might be Boyce Watkins. Okay, Boyce Watkins is a good leader in regards to business and money. Okay? What I'm noticing is that a lot of these men that are watching these black male YouTubers, okay, they're still broke. They're still going around juggling a whole bunch of women. They think that being an alpha male means let me beat on my chest and be egotistical, disrespect women, and still be able to get an amazing woman on my arm. You have to be able to change who you are as a man and grow. Watching these men on YouTube, if you're a man, it's going to stunt your growth. This isn't the best place for you to go to be looking for some type of leadership and guidance. It just isn't. I mean, because it's like a shitload of black male YouTubers, but it's only a handful of them that are actually good for you. And if you're not careful, you're going to start drinking this poison, and then you're going to look at your life and wonder why it hasn't changed, but yet you're still here watching the same content creator, adding money to his Patreon, giving him donations, but your life hasn't improved. You're just coming here to be entertained by the insults that this man flings about black women. That's it. That's all you're getting from most of the black men on YouTube. It's entertainment, being able to laugh at the fact that this black man is disrespecting black women. And why that would be humorous to you to begin with is a whole nother conversation. Like, you really have to consider where you are mentally when you think that these male content creators who claim that they're spreading facts about single mothers or black women or welfare queens or whatever the case is, if you think the stuff that they're saying is actually beneficial to you, and you get onto YouTube every day and you look at these men, donate your money to them, and you look at your own life and it's still the same way it was previously, you're looking at the wrong content creator. You're looking at the wrong person. Yesterday I was talking about this guy that I talk to all of the time on Facebook. His name is Christopher Cooper. And we are considering doing a live stream for YouTube because some shit went down yesterday that I couldn't believe in the middle of my Cynthia G live stream. Was this yesterday? I don't know. I work so much, I have no idea. But whenever I was doing that Cynthia G live stream, inside of that live stream, there was men in there trying to tell me that no successful man will help basically a damsel in distress or a single mother. Because women who are single mothers have depreciated in value. And so I was trying to explain to the men in that live chat that if having a child makes a woman depreciate in value to you, let's think about all of the stuff that you have done as a man, including your thirst for women, including your proclivity to be promiscuous, including you tricking off on females, including everything that you've done as a man in regards to women. Every single woman that you slept with, even if it's casual, especially if it's casual, for every woman that you have slept with, okay, you have depreciated in value. Think about that. That means most men ain't worth shit if we wanted to factor men in the same way. See, you guys, black men, with their ego and their pride and their hyper-masculinity and their false sense of manhood, believe that those things are more important than them improving themselves so they can be a better version of themselves for a good woman, okay? Then you judge women, right? You judge women and put women up to this higher standard than you put yourself, which is ridiculous at the end of the day. Because if we start like comparing each other's behaviors, we would notice as a community that a lot of people, both male and female, in the black community are acting identical. When I was talking to Christopher Cooper and I was telling him that these black men were telling me that no successful man will go out there and help a damsel in distress, Christopher Cooper believes that black men will reach out to help a black woman at any given moment. At any given moment. Now, here's the interesting thing about the black men on YouTube versus the black men in the rest of the world, versus the black men on Facebook, versus the black men on Twitter. What I've noticed is they're very, very different. It seems like the black men on YouTube are the scum of the earth dudes. Like they're the bottom of the barrel dudes, because the way that they think, their mentality is very different from other men. Like I can go onto a completely different social media platform and get a much healthier depiction of black women in these men's minds in regards to their experiences with black women than I can with men on YouTube. Men on YouTube have such a negative perspective of black women, and it's nowhere else. I promise you, it's just the world of YouTube. So that's why I think that YouTube is one of the worst places a man can go to look for guidance and leadership. And it's a lot of black men on here doing that. They come here because they don't have the father figures of their own. They don't have the man who helped them, structure their lives. That's why most of them are convicted felons, have a criminal record, abuse drugs, alcohol, have these poor habits, have the proclivity to be promiscuous and play women. Majority of these men are like that. But then they complain about the behaviors of black women. If I go onto another social media platform, Facebook, every time I go on to Facebook, it's a better grade of men there. Because 9 times out of 10, they're educated. Someone has taken the time to nurture these men. And plus, in the world of Facebook, you kind of got to be yourself. You don't have being anonymous as like a shield. I say all the time, I don't really like content creators on here, on YouTube, who are anonymous. Like someone hit me up about Jason Black the other day. And I put in my community tab, there's a reason why I don't have like this utmost respect for Jason Black. Uh-oh. Because he's anonymous. A person that doesn't take accountability for what they say is spineless to me. That's not courage. You have to take accountability and responsibility. It takes courage for you to show your face, say what you believe is right, and then keep it moving every day, still dealing with the consequences of what you said. It's people on here that are anonymous and don't do that. That's why I don't have respect for any of them. So when people come to me talking to me about Jason Black and how I should, listen to what he says, I'm looking at them confused. Like, how could you listen to a person that doesn't even show you who they are? They're hiding who they are. So what other thing could they be hiding from you? You have to start factoring in the source of information. The source. Okay? You want to get onto YouTube and you want to be, inspired, or maybe you just come here for entertainment, or maybe you want someone to just agree with your shortcomings, because I see that happening a lot with these black men. These black men want someone to agree with the fuck shit that they're doing. So they'll look for male content creators who will depict themselves as these amazing leaders, but behind the scenes they have like these fucked up lifestyles. Okay? But they'll give a black man looking for some guidance some reassurance that the fuck shit that he's been doing in regards to his life and how he's been dealing with women is what he's supposed to be doing, and it's actually black women's fault. Now, as I was talking to Christopher Cooper yesterday, we got into the conversation of logic. I said to him, the way that black men are playing women right now is that they have now decided to let their actions now match their words. Because there was a time where a woman could date a black man and his words would not match his actions. So you wouldn't know that he's playing you. But now these players have got so good at their playing, what they've decided to do is mask their behavior so well, all right, that their actions now match what they say. And so I'm saying this to Christopher, I'm like, yo, women are getting played left and right, starting to, have their actions match their words. And he says to me, that's not logical. Men would never do that because men are logical. And I said, whoa. Logic goes out the window when pussy comes into play. When men are dealing with, their logic goes out the window. What takes its place is ego. What takes its place is pride. Okay? What takes its place, men aren't thinking logically when they're dealing with women, especially not men on YouTube. No man who is watching another black man on YouTube and is clapping in the comment section, agreeing with every single thing that that black man says, is in a good place mentally. Because if you have the traditional beliefs of a real alpha male or a man who had a good father figure or something like that, you would look at these black men on YouTube and think they were pathetic. Because every time, like I said, it's a better grade of man on Facebook. When I get on the Facebook and I show men on Facebook who have education, who've had father figures, who've had like a good history of being good employers and employees and good contractors and, you know, all types of stuff, good businessmen in general, and I show them a link of some shit on YouTube, just looking in the comment section, these men are disgusted because of the way that these men carry themselves on this website. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then I had to like explain, and a lot of people didn't believe this initially. I had to explain that black men on YouTube who come on here, who are content creators, who are in the comment section, the audience, they hate black women. They don't like them. They don't want to procreate with them. They literally hate them. When I started telling black men in other platforms this, they refused to believe it. I had to start sending them links. They couldn't believe it. So I'm sitting here and me and Christopher are talking and he's like, men don't do that. Men are logical. I'm like, logic goes out the window. Let me give you an example. And we were talking about Cynthia G. I said, even with my own situation, I said, what's logical about a man selling a woman a dream of marriage and kids, moving in with this woman, telling her everything she needs to hear, putting forth the energy to behave as if he's in love, when he doesn't love this woman and doesn't see any future with this woman whatsoever? Why? What does a man get out of doing that to a woman and he doesn't start becoming who he truly is in the situation until after a woman gets pregnant or after the shit gets so real that he knows he's stuck in the situation? How is that logical? How is it logical to a black man in the black community to not want children, right? Doesn't want any kids, definitely doesn't want any kids with the woman he's casually sleeping with, but instead of him deciding to use protection so he won't get this woman pregnant, he decides to bust up in it raw and she gets up pregnant and now he blames her for getting pregnant because he didn't want kids and he's trying to make it seem like he told her that from the beginning. That's bullshit. And it happens in the community all of the time. And when women try to say, this is what's happening to us, people just completely disregard what we're saying because we're women. As if the only time something matters is when it's coming out the mouth of a man. I saw a man on YouTube post a video that basically said, a woman's college education does not matter, your manhood does. What? Really? Okay, wait. So your manhood trumps your intelligence? Your intelligence. So if in order for you to be a man, right, or considered a man, you have to date a woman who does not care about her education, who does not care about her getting a college degree. That's your definition of a man who's making a good choice in woman? If anything, as a man, you need to be trying to link arms with a woman who wants to educate herself, who wants to have a financial backing herself so she can assist you in building a family. The traditional ways of looking at women are over. And if you want to be that man to push the traditional sense of how a woman should be, you yourself need to be traditional. You need to be educated yourself. You need to have a job yourself. You need to not be drinking, not using profanity, not calling women out of their name. But that ain't you as a black man. But you want to push the narrative of what black women should, could, would be doing as mothers and wives? I don't get that. That's not logical. How is any of that logical? I refuse to believe that the behaviors of black men include logic. Black men have thrown logic out the window altogether. Especially on this platform. And it saddens me every time I get on here. Because the worst thing you can do as a man is disrespect women. Because part of being a good man, part of having phenomenal manhood.
Did y'all hear that? I'm over here falling asleep. The worst thing you can do as men? Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of here, this shaming shit. Y'all listen to this shaming shit? What? Where are you from men? Men? Oh, get the fuck out of here. You know what she telling you fellas? All men must fall in line. Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of here. The rest of you should feel bad as being a man disrespecting women. Bitch. Shut up. You're a victim now. You see how they bounce back and forth? Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Is you being able to respect women. A woman brought you into this world.
There we go.
Had it not been for your mother,
your mama black,
you would be nothing. Now let's talk
about
the men who had horrible relationships.
And then they talk about this whole she's only doing all of this thing to be a better woman to you. That's bullshit. They selfish than a motherfucker. She only doing this to be a better woman to her damn self. Sit up here and fall for that bullshit. The fuck out of here. What are you gonna tell us about relationships now? Some shit you don't understand? Let's go.
Because there's a lot of that. Most of the men out here who are complaining on YouTube about black women have had horrible relationships with their mother. So they want everybody to believe that all black women are bad and black men are what's up. Okay, so if that's the case.
What?
If that's the case.
What?
If single mothers ain't shit, black women ain't shit, why aren't y'all sleeping with each other as men? Oh, wait! You are! That's what homosexuality is. So to me, most of the black men
conclusion like that
who are discussing finances, career, family.
I hope you niggas are taking notes. Y'all still got your papers, pens, and crayons? Why aren't you sleeping with each other? I got eggs. Get the fuck out of here. Why aren't you sleeping with each other? What? So y'all be thinking that it's the system that's out to emasculate you, fellas. A lot of these black women are out here to emasculate you. What type of shit is this? Why the fuck would we want to be sleeping with each other? Like make that remotely make sense. Why the fuck would I want to sleep with another nigga, bro? That's what the homosexuality is. See, and this is and I already done shows on this. This is why I tell you, once them them trannies get the goddamn them laws and shit, they gonna rage war against black women. Sitting up there faking like you friends with these niggas and you on these niggas' side. They're gonna rage war against you. They're actually becoming you right now. Go out and go up and down the track where you know hoes be. Go up and down the blade. Go up and down the track. See if you don't see some trannies out there with these women. Con men or con woman has always been a part of the street culture. So don't try to sit up here and with your little knowledge and act like this is some new shit. They've always been a part of street culture. Turned out women and turned out niggas with nothing, with the same motherfuckers on the track. Sitting up here running that stupid shit and then talking shit about gay people low key, and then you gonna sit up here, these same men that you trying to emasculate gonna turn around and ask these men to bow at your feet when these trannies start beating the shit out your stupid asses. You bitches are dumb. These are the same people that have gay friends. Y'all don't see it now, but it's coming. These trannies are gonna be beating the shit out of black women, and y'all not gonna be able to do shit about it. You niggas and you bitches. I love it. I love it. I'm waiting for it. Here it come.
And
more
they are
shame and
not
tactics.
also pushing unity and respect in regards to how they're dealing with black women.
And women and
what they
black
are doing
women?
is promoting
She's an activist now, y'all.
homosexuality.
She's promoting homosexuality.
They're encouraging you all to fuck with each other.
Yeah.
And not women.
Yeah.
See, a real man.
Yeah, real man.
That will teach you a lesson about men.
A real man that's gonna teach you a lesson about manhood.
Manhood.
This
will
is
teach you
scripted.
how to encourage and help a black woman improve if, in fact, she does have a problem.
Really?
Because as a black man, you are a leader.
Yeah.
You are a leader.
Yeah.
So as a leader, it becomes your responsibility.
Black woman?
To nourish the damaged. And all of us have some damage.
Yeah.
All of us have been through something.
Yeah.
All of us have been hurt. All of us have been misused.
Say it, sister.
All of us have been lied to.
Yeah.
All of us have been cheated on.
Lied to? Cheated on?
There
talking
is
about
no
yourself.
one in this world, regardless of color, that's exempt to pain.
Yeah.
I've seen black men get onto this platform and laugh at a black woman's pain. For entertainment.
It's funny.
So when you start meshing men who are coming on YouTube looking for entertainment with men who are coming on YouTube just to look for some type of leadership, it blurs the lines.
Of what?
It confuses the masses.
Of what?
Because a male content creator will get on here and push this message that is only formed for entertainment, that's derogatory and disrespectful towards the black family, the black community, finances, black business, black money, all of it.
Oh, that's bullshit. It's actually pointing out the bullshit. That she don't even believe half the shit she's saying to y'all, fellas. Let's just keep it 100. Don't listen to this, broad. I'm only playing it because y'all need to learn. When you talk about black men and black women, all of this shit is for them. They don't ever think about you. How you can feel. What made men Not even a problem. What made men come to this conclusion to do this? Men are fair creatures. That's why we got rules in sports. Fuck out of here, man. This shaming tactic shit. You go against the black woman, you go against family, ethics, and no. You go against the black man, you go against family, ethics, and business, and all kinds of shit. Because you raise fucked up ass kids. You practice fucked up ass spending habits. You don't know when to shut the fuck up. You go against the whole family. You go against the man, you go against the whole family. You go against the woman, you go against the person that creates the family, but you don't go against the person that leads the family. That's why you have created families with no leadership. It's the person that leads the family that's for the family, other than the person that creates it. But see, y'all stuck on the, well, if it wasn't for her, there wouldn't be no family. If it wasn't for him skeeting to her and leading his penis into her to lead that sperm to that egg that she didn't do, that don't got shit to do with her leading nothing, other than her little egg on top of his little whatever. No. It's all about creation. That same leadership has to sustain her little bullshit ideas, and whatever family they may have. Because when she figures that she don't want to take responsibility for anything that she does, it's going to go back onto the man and his leadership. That's why she's sitting up here blaming you right now. Teach a real man with her stuffed up nose. Teach a real man. Come on, man.
It's only there for a source of entertainment, but then you got black men who are looking for leadership and guidance, and they fall for that shit hook, line, and sinker.
Fall for what?
It's too many black men on this platform.
Doing what?
That do not take responsibility.
Of what?
For what they say.
Okay.
Because number one, they just trying to get some paper.
Paper?
Number two, they just trying to, get a laugh. They want some likes. They want some views. Everything is about shock value.
Okay.
So to me, as a black man, you need to be careful who you watching. Because to me, most of this shit I'm seeing on YouTube is a whole bunch of black men promoting homosexuality.
What?
They're encouraging you to not deal with women. They're giving you a negative depiction of women. Some are giving you a negative depiction of women regardless of color. Some are giving you a negative depiction of just black women. Some are giving you a negative depiction of just single mothers. And I'm definitely here to say, as a single mother myself, I'm not a welfare queen. I'm not on welfare. I'm not on food stamps. I'm not on Section 8. I'm not on any of that.
Okay.
And most of the single mothers out here that I know of have amazing careers. They take care of themselves. They have their own cars, their own homes. Single mothers do not have time to do all of the foolishness that a lot of these black men on here claim that black women, black single mothers are doing.
That's not true.
Because number one, when a child is your receipt, you don't have
even
time
your phone. You
don't have time to be promiscuous.
My nigga, even your phone is player hating. Do you hear that? Even your phone, like, let me distort this shit because this bitch talking that bullshit.
Have time to be up in the club twerking. You don't have time.
Nigga, use your greater judgment. All you see in the club twerking is single mothers. Come on. Hey, listen, man, you can choose to take whatever Sansa Ray is saying seriously and, don't listen, like, or subscribe. Or laugh. If you laugh, you owe me a like, but, you can take what she's saying seriously. But it's the same person that. Never mind. You know, I ain't even gonna get into your personal shit because I don't even like talking about that shit. But okay.
Because you're taking care of a child alone. I don't even remember the last time I went out and had fun on my own.
That's you though.
It's difficult. I'm a single mother. I don't have time.
That's you though. And your time management.
I'm out here getting my education.
And your resources.
My money. Working. I do not have the luxury to be out here chasing dick. Why would that be important to me?
That's what you should be doing. You don't have the luxury to be out there chasing dick, but yet you just had a baby from a guy that you got fucked in the backseat of a car with. Come on, man. It's a new day. Hang it up. Come on, man. Shit. What do you think? People are stupid? I'm dead tired to be out here chasing dick because of my responsibilities. Well, what were you doing before that? A baby just didn't land in your stomach. Dick had to be in your stomach first. Come on, man. They be thinking you stupid. How you have a baby then? Tell us.
The last dick I seen was attached to my son's father.
I don't believe that.
I haven't seen adult dick since.
I don't believe that.
With the exception of me changing my son's diapers, I have not seen a male.
And that's why you weefing right now. This is why you on some dumb shit and you on some bullshit. Cause I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
I can't think about that shit. That shit's unimportant. And so when black men try to make it seem like single mothers are whores, they're out here sleeping around with this guy and that guy because they believe every single mother that's walking the earth gotta have multiple baby daddies. She's got sleeping with this guy and that guy, and she does.
And she's talking about Minister Jap, and this same woman has 2 kids by 2 different fathers. Come on now.
Doesn't know who the father of her child is because you stupid niggas have been watching too much of Maury Povich.
Nobody watches Maury.
The TV make you think that that's reality.
The TV.
I lived in Atlanta. Y'all know I lived in Atlanta. In Atlanta, I saw single mothers. And there were plenty of single mothers living in poverty. But the majority of single mothers that I saw was doing their thing.
Yeah.
Like nurses.
That's how
Most
she
of them was like nurses.
Ladies, this how she
lawyers,
promoting it to you.
Doctors,
yeah.
Ministers.
Cause this how she got it. This how she promoting it to you.
Women who were teachers.
Yeah.
I mean, I did not see a whole bunch of
milk.
Single mothers barefoot walking around waiting for a welfare check monthly and a food stamp. I didn't see a lot of that. And I guess because I wasn't always living in poverty, you can tell when you're listening to a YouTube content creator, right? You can listen to them and tell what type of surroundings they are living in by how they talk about women.
Oh, God.
If a black male content creator is only talking about hood rats and single mothers they don't like and black women that do this and that, that's negative, this and this and that, they live in the ghetto.
Yeah.
They live in poverty.
Live.
So would you trust a man who has been living in poverty year after year after year if you've been listening to him for years? How is that logical?
She's talking about Minister Jap.
That's not logical. See, everybody, we all have been in a place.
Shout out to my boy Jappa.
Sometimes we're not I've done it. I was living in a damn hotel, sick and pregnant, because a black man thought it was okay to leave me there so he could sleep with a whole bunch of other women.
Now, check this out. Go back to when I was telling you that black women, when they get the game, they don't get it because Many people has probably told this woman not to mess with that nigga. That nigga was married. She thought he was going to leave his wife. He didn't leave his wife. She ended up getting fucked in the backseat of a car, get pregnant, or whatever. Look. I told you when they get the game that it's tainted game because they got it from trial and error and fucking up in the game. And what happens is when they get the game, but they get a jaded version of it because they have a bad taste in their mouth from what they've actually been through. She's only telling you this whole shit because she's drawing it from her recent interaction with a man that didn't do what she wanted him to do, ended up getting pregnant, and she keeping the baby thinking that he was going to stick around and leave his wife and kids and start a whole new family with her, and that was not the case. So check this out.
How is that logical?
How? It's her pain.
People say, you got pregnant. Just like you stupid black women, why would you get pregnant by a man who was broke and you was broke and blah, blah, blah? Why would you do that? Right?
Why?
People say that. As if they never heard the concept of unity and two people building something together.
Okay.
It's like they never heard of that concept.
Okay.
Never heard of the concept.
Right. That's what Cynthia gonna say too?
But you claim you want black women to have a traditional thought process.
Okay.
I was in a traditional thought process.
You was
Number
in a
one,
traditional
I required marriage.
You was in a traditional thought process, and number one, you required marriage. But the guy was already married. The ink on his divorce paper was not even dry. I don't even think there was an ink on the divorce paper. He wasn't even divorced. So you committed adultery. You thought it was going to be for you. And now you're going to try to explain how you believe in marriage, yet you have this child out of wedlock. Okay.
I was like, I'm not having kids with you until we're married.
Okay, so why you have a child and you're not married?
It didn't happen that way.
Okay.
But when it didn't happen that way, I didn't immediately think, oh, well, fuck this. I'm just going to put him on child support and we're just going to be broken up. And blah, blah. Nah, I was like, okay, how am I going to get me and my husband out of this situation?
Your second
we
child.
We got to work together. Couples work together. Couples have financial issues sometimes, and they work together to improve. So that was my thought process. Mm-hmm. Getting me and my soon-to-be husband out of the
married
situation that we were in.
Really?
That was my goal.
Really?
He wasn't thinking that way. Now, you could be in a situation where you're living in poverty and you're climbing your way out.
Okay.
Or you got out.
Okay.
That's a good black content creator for you to listen to. A content creator who was in poverty, got his education, got his bread, and climbed his way out the hood. That's a black male YouTuber you could possibly be listening to. But to sit around every day and listen to these black male content creators who live in the ghetto, who abuse drugs and alcohol, who are promiscuous, disrespect women, and you look at these niggas and classify them as your leader?
Yeah?
That's not logical.
What about you?
What I would prefer black men to do is adopt logic.
Oh, God.
When you're listening to black men on YouTube, factor in the source. Factor in their history. There's nothing wrong with the man improving. So let's say a man used to be a dope dealer or a drug dealer, or maybe he used to be living in poverty and now he's a businessman. I've heard of it. The backstory of my daughter's father.
Oh,
my son's father wants to be a thug.
You can't even get it together.
What man would still want to be a thug at 38 beats me. Because at some point, trying to be a thug and playing women and shit should get played to you after you a certain age. So I have no idea why my son's father is like that. Okay? And had I known he was like that, I probably wouldn't have fucked him at all.
That's a lie.
But he never came off as that. It wasn't until later that I realized that that's who he wanted to be.
That's their excuse.
But my daughter's father, let me tell you something about my daughter's father, and I'll end with this. My daughter's father, my daughter's 18. When I met my daughter's father, He had already been working. Okay? He was in college. And he was dealing dope.
Oh, God.
He was a corporate thug. And a lot of people don't think that the corporate thug exists. But that was him for a long time. He was like that the first couple of years we got together. And then when we had our daughter, he stopped dealing dope. But he was corporate thugging. He had his regular job. And
Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be back.
And he clawed himself out of that and ended up becoming the very man he wanted to be. He wanted to be an engineer. And he ended up becoming that. So I'm not saying that a black man can't do better. I'm not saying that the black men on YouTube that you're watching that ain't shit, because it's a lot of them. Put it like this, 9 times out of 10, it's all of them. Every single black man that you're watching on YouTube as a black woman or as a black man, every single one of them. All right? Factor in the source. Factor in what they're doing with their lives. And are they worth listening to? If you've seen them abuse alcohol and drugs in their videos, they're not a good leader. If you've seen them lose their temper too many times on a platform, they're not a good leader.
She talking about Jack.
If you never hear about them holding a relationship, they're not a good leader. If they've never talked about going to college or getting some type of education, they're not a good leader. If they can't give you deep details about some type of investments in regards to finances, anything, any ideas on how to have more than one source of income, they're not a good leader. They're here on YouTube for entertainment. And as a man, you got to be able to decipher the difference. And I know that's hard for a lot of men because, number one, you don't have the guidance and leadership that you're looking for already. So it's going to be difficult for you to come to a platform and be able to decipher the difference between someone you should be listening to and someone you shouldn't. So I get that. You know, I get that. I understand that why so many black men are having a problem on YouTube. Because you don't know. It's like you just don't know no better. Because the men that know better wouldn't even bother. Like, when I show men who know better the shit that's on YouTube, they are ashamed. I'm here to tell you that every single black man on YouTube who is encouraging you to not unify with a woman,
oh boy,
they teaching you how to be a homosexual. They're teaching you how to be a part of this brotherhood that doesn't include you building a family and a marriage and doing something with a woman.
A heterosexual man is teaching you to be a homosexual. So this is her final stance before MGTOW takes over. Okay. All right.
Okay. It's bad enough they're already teaching you how to do homosexuality when you are a heterosexual person.
What?
But then it becomes even worse. What becomes even worse, teaching you how to build any type of family. It's nothing wrong with you being homosexual if that's what you want to be.
Uh-oh, here we go. Here comes the damage control.
But what they're teaching you in regards to homosexuality is coupled with, like, some hatred for the opposite sex that you're supposed to procreate with. Women are supposed to be partners, your assistants. We're supposed to help you with your lives as a black man. And we can't do that when our black men are getting onto YouTube and being taught to hate us.
So niggas getting on the YouTube is stopping you from doing that.
Bro code to where you don't fuck with women no more.
Really?
That's what I see. Like, I've been saying that these men have been pushing homosexuality for years. This isn't the first time, but I think this is the first time that I actually pushed the message that black men are on YouTube who are teaching black men to not unify with women are teaching you how to be homosexual. They're teaching you to unify with another man. Not with the...
So this is emasculating, and you see how I told you they flipped that whole narrative and they're the main ones emasculating you. So now she trying to reverse flip it like it's them that's teaching homosexuality. None of these niggas say shit about gay people. At all. Come on, man. going into this economic collapse, these women are getting into high gear, pulling every trick that they can out of the bag to make y'all feel shame. It's a big shaming tactic. Look at this.
Woman, they're teaching you to unify with another man. Think about that. It's deeper than what you're looking at. It's like you're looking at it at first glance and you're not relating the two.
She thinks she giving y'all a game.
Then you look around and you wonder why you ain't been with a woman in so long. It's because your ass been on YouTube investing your energy into a whole bunch of beta black males who don't have any type of father figure, who don't have no type of leadership whatsoever, and they're trying to lead you. So every single black man that's on YouTube, look at their message. And you will notice if they are teaching you to not unify with a black woman, or if they're teaching you that women are beneath you intellectually, or women are, disposable, women you shouldn't factor in what they're saying or doing or thinking. These men are teaching you how to be homosexual, real slick like, because they probably homosexual in their damn selves. I just said most of the men, when you look at
gay.
Most of the black men on YouTube who are content creators who classify themselves as leaders and who guide you, they have criminal records. They went to prison for some type of stealing something, some type of sexual assault, something like that, some type of fraud, or they abuse alcohol and drugs. They have these tempers that are out of control.
Oh, boy.
Everything they say is egotistical and full of pride, arrogance, and immaturity.
Really?
None of the information that they're giving you is beneficial to help you grow.
And other women will agree with this.
Go watch it. Go see for yourself.
Yeah.
After you watch it for a while, you'll be like, oh, okay, I see what she was saying.
Yeah.
But you have to pay attention. And too many people on YouTube, they aren't paying attention. They're just trying to find something that's entertaining. And the second a black man makes them laugh with a joke about a black woman's hair or features, her hairline, her nose, her teeth, she fat, or something crazy like that,
yeah,
all your logic goes out the window and you just start laughing and thinking what you are watching is beneficial to you, when really it's harming you in regards to how you relate to other women. I always say, don't drink the poison. How many times have I said to you guys, be careful what you watch on YouTube. Be careful what you consume.
Really?
Not just food, but music, TV, lectures, motivational speeches, conversations that you're having with people, friendships, who you sleep with. All of that stuff is you consuming something.
Really?
And if you're not careful, you're going to consume some poison.
Really?
If you consistently looking out to the world for some entertainment and then you click on this video where this person is pretending like they're this magical leader that you should follow and you should go to their Patreon and donate money and all of this stuff.
Patreon. Patreon?
If you're looking at it, you have to understand, after you consuming it on a daily basis, it's affecting your life. It stopped being about, oh, I'm just here for entertainment. It's affecting your life now because you're watching it every day. You're consuming this person. You know this person. If you heard this person's voice somewhere else, you would know it was them.
Oh, boy. All right, so she's talking about Minister Jack. So you see what I'm saying, fellas? You see what I'm saying? You get shamed. It's to make you feel bad. Now let's listen to the same women, or woman, tell you "12 reasons why alpha males, top tier males, date single mothers." Let's see from her perspective what she has to say.
The Law Office of Greenberg and Betterman.
It's Dr. Ray here. How you doing?
Let's listen to
I wanted
this.
to talk to the fellas right quick because I have been seeing a lot of videos that were made by men, and they are encouraging other men to not date single mothers.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
I have an 18-year-old, but I never felt like I was a single mother because she always had an amazing father, and I always found amazing men to date who didn't mind that I had a child. I think because she always had an amazing father, I think a lot of men just don't want to be put inside of this role of becoming a father to a child that they didn't biologically create themselves. So I believe that a lot of men feel like they'll be pressured into becoming fathers or stepfathers, okay? So I am
That's a stepfather,
newly
man.
single woman. I have been single for a year and some change. I feel like I'm still in a relationship. I don't know why I still feel that way, but I think it's because I was very, very committed to my situation. If you listen carefully, you'll hear my son in the background.
Yeah.
He is in his playpen right behind the camera, so I'm looking like dead at him. He's like right behind the camera, so you might hear his learning videos or something like that. My son is 7 months. He doesn't have his father around. His father is on child support, so he's there financially, but he's not physically, mentally, or spiritually there. And that seems like it would be for the best because his father seems a little bit unprepared and incompetent in regards.
What women have to do is, in the beginning, they have to get their situation out to you and tell you their situation in the most softest way. You know, they don't tell you about what happens when you actually get with them, how they're incooperative. You're raising the next man's child. You're not their child. It's not your child. You can't really discipline the child or put the child on the right track correctly as if it was yours. They don't tell you all of these things going into it. So they try to make it seem like it's a situation that's already handled. It's great. Everything is great. Everything's handled. So, I can, date and stuff like that because it won't be a problem to you because I'm such a woman about minds. I have it all together that we're going to be, that dumb shit. But soon when you get with them, you'll realize that's not the truth. So she's mom-splaining about her situation. She got an 18-year-old and she has a 7-month-old, and she right back out here campaigning and telling y'all what's up. Go take care of your child, man.
To what it means to be a father, So at this present time, that's the only type of contact we have is via the courts, okay? So I wanted to talk to my grown men and give you guys a couple of reasons why dating a single mother is...
So now she wants to talk to a grown man, which meaning she's already pre-shamed you before going into this conversation that if you don't understand this, you're not grown.
Actually a good thing and why you should do it.
Excuse me as I kiss the sky.
Alright, so let's listen to her swindle you into this contract. It's a business contract, okay?
There are a number of inappropriate videos being published on YouTube about sorcery with malicious intent.
Oh boy.
These videos violate YouTube's community guidelines. We ask that you report any content that promotes or condones violence against her because of her race, gender, age, economic status, sexual orientation, or relationship status, as well as content that incites hatred or harassment. If you see any misleading descriptions, tags, titles, or thumbnails that use her name,
just like, I'm saying, report them. But we about to skip this because, you know what I'm saying? We telling the truth over here.
From single mothers, as if single mothers are like the worst.
Because they know she full of shit. They gotta give you a disclaimer.
Don't have children.
Listen to this shit.
And men who do have children to not date women who are single mothers. There's this type of negative connotation on top of single mothers. I'm going to talk to you about my experiences as a single mom and the single mothers around me. I'm going to talk to you about what makes us so amazing, okay? Single mothers have superior time management skills, okay? We have a lot on our plate all of the time. We are consistently juggling a whole bunch of things at once. We understand the value of time, and we aim to make the best of our time because we don't want to waste it.
That's not true. A lot of you niggas go after single mothers because, they're easy to fuck. That is not true. That is not true.
And some of us feel like we wasted our time. Some of us feel like we wasted a lot of time in our past relationships being loyal to men that didn't deserve us and all types of things.
You have a receipt of that. You have a receipt of that in your in your lap right now. Oh, okay. Okay. So the 12 reasons are right here. She says, 1, we have great time management skills. That's easily debunkable. 2, we're very selective about the kind of men we choose to date. That's very debunkable. 3, we are very responsible. You have no choice, and even the little responsibility that you do take, that's very debunkable. Not all of you guys are responsible. I know some responsible ones, and I know some very irresponsible ones. And I know where to look for of one that is actually taking responsibility. So that's debunkable. 4, we're dedicated to our children and will also be dedicated to you. That's not true. That's actually pretty hard and difficult. That's not true. Okay? We talked about that. 5, we're experienced. That's not true. Sometimes they're just now figuring out how to be a real woman and a mother by having a child. The child is just a reminder. That's not true. 6, we are drama free. That's not true. When you deal with a single mother, you're not dealing with just a single mother. You're dealing with her attitude, the child, the baby father, and the situation they got set up, and if they're going along with you, what you got going on or not. That's not true. That sounds like drama. Okay? 7, we are selfless. That's not true. Dealing with a kid, you don't have too much time to really think about yourself. So in the time that you're not really dealing with the kid, you're going to think about yourself. What should a man be doing for you? What should a man be offering you? And all this other shit. You don't think about the man. The man is 3rd and 4th on your list. You got to stop letting these bras lie to you, man. Damn. Eight, we know how to budget. That's not true. Half these single mothers, you ask them, they need help with something pertaining to their kid. That's not true. You can't budget if you don't have the money. You don't have the money if you don't have the time. So between you, yourself, your kid, and your job, and another nigga, where do you have the time to really regulate all of that shit? We are self-sufficient and resourceful. That's not true. You have a family. You have different things that you split your time up with. That's not true. 10, we don't rush you into a relationship or pressure you. That's definitely not true. That's not true. Even the one that says, oh, well, it got to take time for you to be around my kid. That's still pressure in the relationship because leading up to being around the kid. Number 2, a lot of them just put their kid around you or put their kid on you, tell you to watch their kid for a second while they walk out of the room or some other stuff. That's not true. They will rush you into a relationship and they will pressure you. They will definitely rush you into a relationship and they will pressure you. 11, we take you serious. That's not true. They're not going to take you or whatever you got seriously more than their child, and if they do, then something's wrong with them. That's not true. 12, we aren't easy or promiscuous. That's not true. Okay? Between all of this shit and your time, and then you fucking up your youth, by the time you really want to fuck with a nigga, by the time you set time aside, you want to turn up. You want to fuck. So you are easy, and you are promiscuous. They just turn everything that's a lie into the truth. But don't follow me. Let her explain it. Let's get it.
Single mother, waste your time. She's wasting your time because she's a bad person.
You got the baby in the background of everything you want to do.
Really don't have
what if I want to go to a nightclub and there's nobody to watch the baby? I.e., we ain't going. Come on, man.
Luxury to be throwing time out of the window, okay? Next, single mothers have limited availability. We have a lot going on between work, between our kids. We just don't have the luxury to just
they tell
sit
on
around
themselves.
And just ha ha ha. We don't have a lot of time to ourselves. So when we decide to go on a date with you, that is an amazing thing. That is an accomplishment, okay?
That is not an
because it's a break
accomplishment.
from a constant routine that we all.
That is not an accomplishment. And at the same time, that just brings the truth back to what I said, that you aren't easy or promiscuous. That's not true. That is true.
Always have. So if we choose you to hang out with, we're taking time away from spending with our own children. You don't have to worry about us standing you up, and you don't have to worry about us doing last minute cancellations.
That's not true.
Unless there's some type of emergency, and I mean a real one, like an ambulance has come. It has to be like a 911 emergency. Our children have to literally be super sick in order for us to cancel a date.
That's not true.
If a single mother stands you up or cancels last minute all of the time, over and over and over, and she claims it's an emergency for her children, she's not canceling with you because she's a single mother. She's canceling with you because she's not interested in you, and she isn't strong enough to tell you that flat out. But 9 times out of 10, a single mother has no problem saying to you, listen, I'm not interested. So if a single mother stands you up or has last minute cancellations, it's because she is genuinely not interested in you and is not woman enough to tell you that. So she's just a bad person in general, and it has nothing to do with whether she's a single mother or not. Okay, next, single mothers are extremly responsible. We don't go to the club often. We're not in the bar chilling. We're at work.
Oh my
We're with our kids.
God. Why is she lying to y'all, man? Get the fuck out of here, man.
We are masters of another person's domain. We really just do not have the luxury to go around here partying all of the time. Now, I've never really been the type to party like that anyway. Anytime I've been in the club, it's because I've been working.
About yourself.
If it wasn't about money, I wasn't there.
Hey,
we are not doing things that usual single women do. We are too busy being responsible in several hundred ways. If you see a single mother club hopping, wearing tight clothes, being provocative, being super flirtatious, it isn't because she's a single mother. It's because that's the type of woman she is. That's the stage in her life she's going through. It has nothing to do with whether she has kids or not. 9 times out of 10, she's just not a good person in general right now. Next, single moms are very, very dedicated to their children. I love my child. I'm dedicated to my child, okay? We're not looking to waste valuable time that we could be spending with our kids, working or treating ourselves to some type of pampering. Like I said, I don't have a lot of me time.
That's not true.
I have already been in a relationship.
That's not true.
Where it was disturbing. I'm no longer with this man anymore, so I don't have time to waste time with a new man. I'm not looking to make the same mistakes I made.
You just sat up there and just told on yourself. I'm not sitting up there waiting to waste my time with a new man. I'm just gonna... Fellas, this is just even in theory. You're listening to this on a fucking podcast. Imagine going through this. Imagine living through this. And this is coming out of your wallet and your time and your energy. You sit up here and listen to me debunk all this shit and tell you what's true and what's not true. You're going to sit up here and waste your time. And that's what they're banking on you to do, man. She sit up here explaining to you how she has all this remarkable time and all this good shit for a new nigga, and then she sit up here and tell you, we don't have time for a new nigga. Be whatever you know what I'm saying? It's going back around to what we talk about. Be there for us. Be a real man. Step up. Spend time with us. We have time for you. We don't have time for a new nigga. They will tell you the truth in one breath and then lie in the other. Or lie and then tell you the... Man... Fuck out of here.
The last relationship. And that's how most single mothers are thinking. we've learned lessons from our previous situation.
That's not true.
We're not going to start a new situation with just any random guy. So if you're chosen...
That's not true. Corey Holcomb told y'all at the beginning, they fall in love with strange niggas that they're intrigued by. Come on, man.
You are definitely special to the woman that chose you if she's a single mother and if she's had you around her children. Meaning you are top notch. Like if she chose you out of all of the men she could have chose, honey, appreciate your position.
That's not
true.
true.
Me, it's a lot of men out there
That's not true. And she should be glad that you even looked her way. The fuck are you talking about? She should be glad you even looked in her direction. Keep playing these goddamn games, man.
Okay? We've been through some things as single mothers and we've seen so much.
Oh, we can see.
We have experience and knowledge in the relationship department. We can see the warning signs a mile ahead. We can easily navigate away from drama. Most single mothers who are good moms don't have time
there
for
go
the
drama right there,
baby
baby in the background.
We are completely drama free. If we find time to spend with you, take that in consideration. That means a lot because trying to work a man into our lives when it's a well-oiled machine, it takes a lot of rethinking and planning.
Really? So that's why you're good at time management and all this other shit? Really? You know, we don't have time for you and whatever you have going on, but, you know, it takes a lot of thinking and replanning, but we have time for you. Oh, nobody want to play Blue's Clues with you?
That means we think very, very highly of you, honey. And we trust that your presence will be good around us and our children.
Oh, my God.
Next, we are some selfless people. We have to be. We have no choice. We have children. We have to put their needs ahead of our own. Being a mother brings a different kind of patience into our lives. There is a new level.
Basically, fellas, when you're dealing with her, you're dealing with motherhood, fellas. And there's no way around it. You're dealing with motherhood. You want to date me, you have to be a mother vicariously, and you have to understand what I'm going through, and I'm going to lie to you. And you just got to take it. You know? Because
of compassion that we reach, regardless to what we have to sacrifice, our children mean so much to us. If you meet a single mother who is selfish, she isn't selfish because she's a single mother. She's selfish because she's a bad person in general. Single moms are fiscally responsible, meaning we know how to budget, all right? We know how to have a good time with a frugal budget. We maximize our spending power and we spot very, very good deals. I'm a Groupon.com type of person. If a woman does not consider how much money you spend on her on a date, she's a gold digger, okay? And she's a gold digger because that's who she is. She's not a gold digger simply because she's a single mother. Those are her own personal issues. Most single mothers are very, very appreciative because we understand.
Really?
We have to be financially responsible for our own home.
Hi, I'm Kong, and I have helped many musicians and sound engineers make a living on YouTube.
Look at how much my son is just crawling all over me while I'm trying to do a video. That takes a lot of patience for me to
that's
just
actually
let him
annoying.
Just crawl all over me and move around. And he just can't sit still.
That's actually
He's
annoying.
not at that age. Most single mothers are powerhouses, meaning
Really?
we are extremely resourceful.
Really?
We're ambitious. We're energetic.
Really?
We have a positive attitude.
Really?
We have too many things that we are trying to accomplish and manifest.
Is that right?
Next, we not rushing you in anything. We don't know
Really?
you like that. We ain't about to be no bugaboo either. We not about to be calling you and texting you excessively.
That's
we
a
not
lie.
needy like that because
That's
we
a
got
lie.
things we got to do.
That's a lie.
I got a kid I got to watch. I ain't got time to be texting you and
That's a
calling you
lie.
all the time.
You can
when
hide
I'm where
behind
you
that,
at.
but that's a lie.
My time is occupied.
Is that right?
Next, the awareness and the experiences that we've had makes us significantly drama free. Like I said a minute ago, we're taking this serious, okay? If you out on a date with us, we taking you serious. We're listening to what you're saying.
That's not
We're
true.
watching your actions.
That's
a
not
single
true.
mom can identify what works and what doesn't work, okay?
That's not true.
Our friendships and relationships and our bonds with our children, it all benefits from our ability to know what works and what doesn't work. You just being bad. I see you just goofy right now. Why are you so goofy? Stop trying to touch my computer. Stop trying to touch my computer. What are you doing? Boy, you are too, look at him, just too much. Weak men cannot handle single mothers or their kids.
Really?
Weak, insecure men will feel it necessary to achieve the man of the house role, so to say.
Really?
Instead of appreciating a woman and letting her shine in all the glorious strength she has.
instead of appreciate a woman and let her shine out of all the glorious strength that she has, you just won't let me be over here with my child and be strong and just fund me and whatever I have going on, and you can't say shit about it. Come on.
Your manhood will be threatened, okay?
Oh,
now,
really?
let me be very, very clear.
Okay.
The only games a single mother wants to play is with her children.
Really?
We don't have time for bullshit. We don't have the extra energy required to exert on trying to read between the lines of mixed signals. So unfortunately for players, we'll choose to sit on the bench over playing the game.
Yeah, they try. Yeah, that's a lie. And stop lying, bitch. And they try to sit up here and turn the whole game on you. You know, you need to man up. You know, you need to be together. You know, because I made a mistake, but you need to understand. You know? Get the fuck out of here, man. Sit up here. Don't nobody want to sit up here and go. Who want to go through all of that? This boot camp. Who really want to go through that? Other than pussy, what are you really getting out of this? Okay.
To win regardless to how entertaining it may seem.
Oh, really?
And yes, our children come before a man. We date for ourselves, though, not for our children.
Right.
When you date me, you aren't dating my son, okay?
Yeah.
We don't need someone to pay our bills and support our kids. However, it is a desire of some of us.
Really, but you're on,
and if you want to be that
on
man for
YouTube
us,
begging.
it's a plus.
You're on YouTube begging for people to do this. Why you gotta lie so much, man?
That you assist in helping us. However, it is a desire of some of us. And if you want to be that man for us, it's a plus that you assist us in helping us improve. We manage by ourselves, of course. We are self-sufficient, apparently.
Really?
But if you want to be there for us in that way, that's amazing. And as a man, when you have children, if a woman puts your needs before your children, give her the side eye. And if you don't have children, you should listen.
What?
You'll understand once you have them why a woman puts her children first before you.
Oh,
Not
my
all
God.
single mothers are an easy lay. I think a lot of men believe because a woman has had a child with a man, that must mean that she's promiscuous and she will sleep around with a whole bunch of men. Listen, I have been single for over a year and I have not slept with a man yet. I haven't even been on a date. But I'm very, very
But you have a
selective about
baby.
who I bring into my life and who I bring into my son's
Oh, like the guy
life.
that you got a
Not
baby,
all
right?
single mothers are
Right.
easy lays, and most of us have the tolerance level lower than the pits of hell.
Oh,
we don't
wow.
have time for nonsense, okay?
Really?
Our children are not baggage. And sometimes men believe that that's what our children are, baggage. These
They
little
are.
boys believe that. These beta males believe that.
Oh.
Single mothers belong with alpha males or
Really?
sigma males, because
Really?
alpha and sigma males don't consider our children baggage.
Oh.
That's a beta male thought process.
Yeah.
Our children are not some random mistakes we made.
Yes,
we
they are.
cannot
Yes,
be
they
as
are.
spontaneous as you are as a single man. I mean, date nights require planning and scheduling, and we aren't available for you whenever your heart desires or decides that it wants us.
But you just said you
we
were.
have responsibilities and obligations, and
Okay,
dating a single
you-
mom
it's-
is much different and more complicated than your
the more she talks, this sounds like a personal problem. This sounds like a personal problem.
average date that you'll have with another woman. A strong man understands that. An alpha or sigma man understands that. And he does not look at our children as possessions that belong to another man. Our children are extensions of us. And if you really, really love the woman that you're with, or you're really, really interested in her, whether she's a single mother or not, will not be something that will be in your mind. Like, you won't even be thinking about that. You'll be thinking how much you are interested
Really,
in
just
her.
don't think about it,
You
huh?
will naturally love her children because you love her.
Oh, okay.
You'll love her and you'll love her children because her children are a part of her.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
why so many single mothers out there who are married, who are in healthy relationships. Just because our relationships didn't run smooth with the fathers of our children, our previous relationships, doesn't mean we don't deserve to be in healthy relationships
You
now.
can't-
You know
you
what I
can't-
mean?
you can't
I'm pretty
paint
sure
it.
as a man, you've had a failed relationship.
Yeah.
So imagine if a woman didn't want to deal with you because of your last failed relationship. Even if
And
you
that
don't have
happens.
children with this woman. Just imagine a woman just not wanting to be with you simply because your last relationship failed. That's
happens.
crazy, right? So
That
it's the same
happens.
thing with single mothers.
That
So
happens.
those are some good reasons why you, as a strong man, alpha male, sigma male, should date a single mother, okay?
Oh, Lord. So hopefully you guys, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Hopefully you guys got the, hopefully you guys got what's going on, man. So listen, man, we about to bounce, man. It's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building, man. It's DJ Kuda back at the helm of today's show, man. Hopefully you guys got some game on tonight's show, man. That's the end of tonight's broadcast. Hold on. That's the end of tonight's broadcast, man. We got some great shows coming for y'all in the future, man. Clap it up. Hey, man, so if y'all niggas think that what she's saying is true and you should listen to what she's talking about, go right on ahead. Knock yourself out. Break a leg. You know what I'm saying? If you think that niggas are childish and shit like that, go right on ahead. Go service a couple single mothers and then come back and tell me how that worked out for you. Okay? And shout outs to my good single mothers. Because it's women like this that make y'all look bad. The real good ones. There are some good ones. My reasons why an alpha should date a single mother will be a much shorter list, but it will be a more accurate list. And real single mothers that hear that list, they would actually agree with me. Because I will talk about the situation that they haven't even thought out fully, even though they themselves are living it. Just because you live it don't mean you know the situation fully or you thought it all the way out. You niggas are really selling yourselves short, man. But that was today's show. It's Player Talk Radio. We in the building. It's DJ Kuda. Let's get it.
You're now in the mix with the young DJ Kuda.
Tonight we gonna be going in.
On the ones and twos and twos.
Let's get it.
On Player Talk Radio.